If you're a SaaS founder and you've gotten over a few hurdles, but you can't figure out how to ascend your customers, how to be able to charge more with it making sense for them, then this video is going to be for you. My name is Mike AJ King, and I'm the proud founder of Sensala, a growth consultancy firm based here in the UK. Now, we specialize in helping SaaS founders scale all the way up to 5 million ARR. Now, we do this by building out growth infrastructures that solve every failure scenario before it happens, making scaling inevitable. Now, as promised in this video, I'll be sharing with you how you can move your customers through your ascension model and not only be able to charge more, but have your customers gladly pay it, which ultimately increases your business enterprise value. But, before we get into that, I want to show you what kind of traction we're currently generating for our partners doing the same thing that I'm about to share with you, because this is pretty sick. Now, to clarify, we only work with companies that sell a software as a service so that we can craft great strategies to achieve amazing results for them. Now, if this sounds like something your company could really benefit from, I'll invite you to click the link below this video and get free access to our SaaS scaling community, where we're dropping even more gems and insights on how to scale without friction. But that's enough talk, let's get into it. If you're on this video today, I've got some sauce for you. Okay, so if you've been watching the 7-day series so far, then you know we've been chopping it up, getting some fun stuff, solving problems. Today is no different. Now, in terms of the consumer lifecycle, ascending your customers and pulling them further into your ecosystem to be able to charge more is major. Okay, there's two main ways to scale: horizontally or vertically. So in this instance, for example, scaling horizontally would mean acquiring more clients, which is great, but eventually what actually happens is it becomes more profitable to increase the lifetime value of the customers you already have, which is scaling vertically. Okay. To be honest, this is probably going to be the shortest video because everyone watching this, I don't really think there's much justice in having to explain why being able to charge your customers more and have them pay it is a good thing for business growth and brand development. So we'll just get straight into it. Okay. When this works, you increase your upsell conversion rates, you maximize customer lifetime value, and you drive revenue growth through your ascension model. But what that leads to, the benefits of that, that's increased monthly recurring revenue. And that's for something that has like a low to no cost of replication for each user, which means you can afford to take more risks. Okay. So this video will be for you if you want to be able to charge your users more over time. Okay, you're currently serving an overwhelming amount of customers and want to charge more while working less. Okay, you feel like you've reached an internal growth ceiling and you can only grow through acquiring more customers, which is scaling horizontally. Okay, you don't know where you can add more value, okay, to have the right to charge more without your customers complaining or canceling. Okay, but what happens when SaaS founders struggle to move customers through an ascension model is you start to encounter several common issues. Here are some of them. Okay, limited upsell opportunities. Now, the purpose of having a sticky backend with an ascension model is to provide customers with the actual opportunity to upgrade, purchase additional features or products. It's more than just having a free plan or like a lower ticket versus a premium plan. If you can't effectively identify or create upsell opportunities, you miss out on revenue growth. Okay, that results in underutilization of your customer base and limited expansion of your business. Okay, lack of perceived value in upgrades. Okay, customers may be hesitant to move through the ascension model if they don't perceive sufficient value in the upgrades that you offer. Okay, if the additional products or features don't address their needs, and their needs change every day, they're constantly evolving. So if you can't address their evolving needs, solve new pain points, or deliver like tangible benefits, customers might be reluctant to actually make that transition. Okay, inadequate customer education. Moving customers through an ascension model requires educating them about the benefits and values of higher tier offerings. If you can't provide adequate education and resources to actually help them understand, okay, if they don't understand the value of those upgrades, the advantages, they're going to remain unaware and therefore they're going to remain unconvinced. Okay. This one is massive. poor customer segmentation. Now, effective ascension models rely on accurate customer segmentation because that's how you identify the right opportunities for upselling. Okay, and to be honest, I've got something good coming in the next video on what you can do to shortcut this. But essentially, if you have limited visibility into your consumer behavior, into their preferences, into their usage patterns, you've probably struggled or will struggle to identify appropriate upsell opportunities for each segment. Okay, and then there's insufficient customer success management. Okay, effective customer success management is crucial. Okay, it's crucial for guiding customers through an ascension model. If you're not proactively providing support, if you're not proactively providing ongoing guidance or strategic account management, okay, your customers are probably going to struggle to realize the full potential of a higher tier offering. If they're not getting the most out of what they're already using, already paying for, why would they want to upgrade something further? Okay. So investing in customer success programs and resources, that improves your satisfaction, and that is actually what allows you to be able to have the right to facilitate those upsell opportunities. Okay. So what you want to do to get around this is make sure you've really got the who, the how, and the when dialed in. Okay. And as an example, what that really means, one of the mechanisms we build out in a growth infrastructure looks like this. Okay. Now, in order to ascend, you have to increase the average order value of each user, and you have to increase how often they make that purchase. But to be fair, there's a few different ways you can do this, and it all really comes down to what problems your software solves. But the general rules of thumb are these. Focus on identifying upsell opportunities within your community. Okay, so one of the ways you can do this is really paying close attention to what your users think is missing or what they think would be like a cool feature and just build it out. Okay, some of those things are normally relatively easy to do and cheap. You know, you can include them as new features. Other things that are more time intensive or require new talent to roll out, you can upsell those on a higher tier plan. Okay, the whole goal here is to increase the average order value and how often they make payments with you. Okay, if you don't have a community, then you can use surveys with the users you already have, or you can go out to the market and actually ask them what they like to see. Okay, a good example of this working, there's a strategy that Walker's Crisps use anytime they're rolling out a new flavor. If you want to do a deep dive into that, you'll understand what this means. Okay, but again, this usually only works if you're good at communicating the value of upgrades. Okay, and you're good at providing effective customer education. Everyone will use your software differently. Some will use 10% of it. Some will build their whole business functions around it. Okay, you need to segment customers appropriately because it doesn't make sense trying to drive the price up on users who aren't even maximizing their use. But again, that comes back to retention and education to really increase their engagement. Implementing pricing strategies that incentivize ascension. Okay, so that an example of that would be like money off, half price on a premium plan for a couple of months. That can be used both to ascend and increase users in general. Investing in customer success management, like I mentioned yesterday, is so important. It's so important. People need to get what they paid for. That's number one. Okay, it's infinitely easier to get someone already spending money with you to spend more than it is to get a complete stranger to spend money with you for the first time. Okay. Now, if this is resonating with you and you want to figure out exactly how to implement this for a growth infrastructure, check this out. Now, in terms of our side, here's what we don't do. We don't tell you we'll book you 50 new appointments in a week, 400 new clients in a month. We don't work on an agency client basis where you pay us month to month to make anything work. We don't even make our clients wait 3 months to get any kind of amazing results. You've heard it all before. We've heard it all before. We hear it all the time. The reason why SaaS founders are ready and wanting to spend 15 to 20K with us one time, we took every failure scenario a SaaS founder faces when scaling. We take all the components, all the mechanisms for what's working for the fastest growing SaaS companies, and we use that data and leverage those insights to build our infrastructures that solve every scaling obstacle before they happen. And then we release them into SaaS companies. Okay, the entire infrastructure is built and released in the first 4 weeks. You own the whole thing. And then we work together with the founder and leadership team to get it churning out the right outputs, which makes it incredibly hard not to scale. So, if you'd like to see if something like this could work for your business, I'd like to invite you to jump on a demo call with our team as an opportunity to connect, and we'll be able to go a bit more in depth on how you can solve and implement some new solutions. If that sounds good, click the link below this video and see if there's currently space on our calendar for that call. That's it. See you in the next one. Peace out. Bye-bye.